How's it going, everybody? Professor Oak here, bringing you an invasion video today. Before we get started, I would like to say that thank you guys for supporting me so much. If you don't mind, drop a like down on this video. It helps out a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I know that's cliche YouTuber things to say, but it helps, and I really need the help, so appreciate you guys. Jumping into this video, we're going over some of the equipment right now. I've got the Flaming Strike Halberd. We know that's pretty meta. I've got a Storm Stomp S-Stock. I have a Sword Dance Flamberge. I have the Longbow and the Crespus Black Bow, the one you get out of the Round Table Hold. The Heater Shield and the Buckler are just kind of standard shields I use on every build as long as like it fits, I suppose. Also have a Wooden Great Shield just to have a light Great Shield option. This character is going to be mostly based around these Magma Blades, though. Name for the character is the Pumpkin. We're stacking the Raptor's Black Feathers with the Claw Talisman. Get a little extra damage on these jump attacks. We also have Millicent's Prosthesis on the Talisman slots so that each attack from the jumping attack, the running attack, everything that multi-hits, which is most attacks with these weapons, it's going to be also boosting our damage a little bit. As far as spells go, we have Flame of Frenzy. I find to be pretty useful just for kind of like harassing in Invasion specifically. When people are holed up in rooms or kind of around corners, you can kind of just shoot that in there, put a little pressure on them to move, make some activity, maybe progress through the level. I've got Bestial Vitality. It's a very helpful spell for invasions, gaining health back passively. It's going to help you a lot. I mean, like, it's not a massive amount of health or anything, but regen while you're invading is going to be pretty important. I also have the Wondrous Physic that's going to also regen my health as well as boost my fire damage. And I hard swap to the Blessed Dew Talisman when I feel it's necessary for more regen. So a lot of damage stacking, a lot of regen stacking, just killing people before they can kill me and being hard to kill. That's really the name of the invasion game in my opinion. But as you can see, this works pretty well in a 1v2 situation, especially the Spinning Slash or Magma Blades version of the Spinning Slash. It covers pretty much the 360 area with its hitbox. Obviously not all at the same time, but still very, very effective. Had a good time. The activity at this level, not great in the early morning. I'm in Tennessee Central Time, so apply this to your own time zones. But around noon for me, I started to get activity to pick up. I'm not sure if, most gamers just aren't early birds like me, but, probably has something to do with it. Yeah, so, invasion activity at 40 plus 3 plus 1, I guess, okay. I wouldn't say great. Nowhere is going to be, like, great activity, I guess, except for, like, mag duels. I will say that, most of my videos have been duel videos, and, dueling I've started to get burned out on a little bit. The meta has progressed to like 3 or 4 like really strong setups, and that's really all I'm fighting at this point. And I easily could, succumb to it. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I believe that might be a Batman reference, but I might Godskin Stitcher it up at mag just for the fun of it. But honestly, things like that, they take the fun away from me. I like things more like this, where I'm allowed to flex my creativity. Make a build that is not memey completely, but it is sort of memey to me. Just a pumpkin-headed guy. Yeah, this was a good chunk of how things went on screen here, what we're experiencing now. This is the Stormveil experience. And speaking of the word experience, going off of my named theme, with my series Professor's Research, I've been debating having another series where I may go over this game, and maybe I've picked up Multiversus as well, and maybe going through this game in Multiversus with a series called Experience Share, where I may just tackle certain topics like, for example, invading Stormveil, or dueling at Mag, or bonfire dueling in Lernia, and just taking specific examples of different ways to play this game, and going over like my experience with them, and what exactly I would suggest to get the most out of your experience with them. Just a little idea. Tossing around up in the old noggin. Not sure. Oh, right here, this is the Steel Cord Torch. I had not even heard of this until today. I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but I was kind of like just waiting for an invasion, popping my little finger on and off, and running around Stormveil, killing things and just looking at things. And I found this steel cord torch. It basically is just like fire breath weapon art, and it's not very strong. It's not very fast. There's nothing really exceptional about it, but I just felt like it was cool. So I tried to hit a few people with it. And you'll see in some of these clips that I might have tried a little too hard to hit people with it, but I really wanted to just use that weapon. It's so sick. I love the interesting little, like, less heard of things in these games. It's a big reason that, like, the Souls franchise in general appealed to me so early on. Is just that it feels like a game for hipsters, and man, if I don't really just want to be a hipster. A cool guy. This invasion was a little nutty. I didn't learn until a couple months in the game that the scythe that the host is wielding blocks Estus. I guess that's what I get for not reading the item description, but it is what it is. We didn't need the Estus for that fight. And this is what I'm talking about with Flame of Frenzy being pretty good for invasions. These guys are in here just having a little battle royale with the NPCs, and I am not gonna jump in there into a grinder. I didn't know if it was 1, 2, or 3 people. I knew it was at least 2 because there's a Phantom, but I just didn't want to overextend and go in there and end up in a blender. But I also wanted to make my presence known, so I shoot the madness at them. Get hit here, not expecting him to come in while I'm casting the fireball. Pretty interesting fight. Yeah, steel cord torch, love it. Actually, do get a little damage on him with it, but he staggers me out of the animation. I really would have liked to get a kill with it. Almost died there. Very risky play, but the fire theme was in my head, and I just wanted to use as much fire as possible, I guess. I was just flame on, Johnny Blaze. But yeah, guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the experience share activity, or idea, project. I want to have a couple series going. I feel like that's a decent idea. This guy gave up, offered me his back, so I took it. Gave him a hero's death. Also, I've asked plenty of times, but leave me a comment. Tell me what levels you guys are invading at. Tell me, like, specific levels, weapon levels, areas, especially graces, because I get advice that's a little vague. People telling me to invade certain areas at certain levels, but they don't tell me what grace they go from. They don't tell me, like, you know, a lot of the more detailed things that I would need to know. This was annoying. Nefeli. Man had summoned Nefeli as well. I didn't realize it was Nefeli at first. Yeah. Good times. Man, but I'm probably going to start streaming Multiversus in the morning, to give a little update to my followers and the people who care. Activity's just been awful in the morning for Elden Ring, so I think that it's going to become more of my afternoon game. Been grinding Multiversus with some friends, probably stream that in the morning, switch over to Dark Souls around, like I was saying, noon or so. Try to get some invasions. We might still duel a good bit, but definitely going to switch to invasions being more my priority. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a follow, subscribe, like it up. Love you guys, love this community. See you soon.